Hi guys, and welcome to the IMAG at Home. My name is Emily, and today for Meet the Keeper, we're going to be using Wicked, our bearded dragon. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in on Wicked right off the bat, and let's look at some of her physical features. As you guys can see, bearded dragon, she's got a pretty big beard. Boy bearded dragons have it, girl bearded dragons have it, they all have it. So the beard is actually their defense mechanism. So Wicked's from Australia. If she were in the wild and she felt threatened or scared, her beard would be about 2 times the size you see it now, and it would be big and black. And that would just let everyone know, hey, I'm big and tough, please leave me alone. It's not really that scary, but it works for her, against small things at least. So another defense mechanism of hers is actually these spikes on her side. So they're pretty soft right now, but if she was upset or scared again, they'd be very, very sharp, and it'd kind of hurt a little bit. Another cool thing about the bearded dragon is this is actually a venomous lizard. A lot of people don't know that, and that's because the toxin in the venom is so small that if she were to bite us, it would just be laughable, it wouldn't really hurt or anything, it might be a little itchy. The toxins only paralyze her prey, such as very small things like roaches, crickets, and worms. So now that I've mentioned that, let's talk about her diet. She is an omnivore, so that means, like I said, she gets her crickets, roaches, and worms, but she also needs her salad, so she needs her plants and her protein. So when she's a baby, it's about 80% protein, 20% fruits and veggies, and when she's older, it switches completely to about 80% fruits and veggies and 20% protein. But how I like to explain this to everybody is her salads are just like our salads, and her protein is like our McDonald's. She, of course, prefers her protein over her salads. We can't blame her, but as long as she's eating, we're happy here. And as you guys can tell, it doesn't really look like she's missed a meal. So she is full grown, she won't ever get bigger than this. I do believe the females tend to get a little bit bigger, definitely fatter at least, and one of the reasons is because they lay eggs. So Wicked here does not lay eggs anymore, and that's because we actually had to get her spayed. So if I zoom in on her belly for you guys, you can see there is a scar right here. So when you get a bearded dragon, you don't really have to worry about getting them spayed like you do with your cat or dog. Typically with reptiles, it's not a problem until it arises, and then it is, and then you take care of it. So she was laying her eggs. Female bearded dragons and most lizards will lay eggs whether or not they've come in contact with a male. They're just going to be infertile, so they won't have babies or anything. The eggs are no use. Usually when that happens, you just freeze them and get rid of them. But she was trying to lay her eggs, and how they do that is they dig. It's really stressful on them. They want to be nice and private, and she was digging into her dirt, and she would not come back up, and the eggs would not come out. So we were a little worried about her. We knew it was a stressful time, so we took her to the vet, and we all sat down and decided the best thing for her to do was get a surgery for her, so this never has to happen again. It was pretty pricey, and thanks to all the members and everyone else donating, we were able to get that done. So the IMAG was actually never supposed to have reptiles until someone dropped one off, and then we got more, and now we have over 30 different species of reptiles and amphibians, and most of them are rescues. So why they are rescues is because a lot of the times people get reptiles and they don't realize they're a lot of work to take care of. Wicked here can live over 10 years. The bearded dragon's lifespan is typically 8 to 12 years, I believe. So pretty much what I say is if you take a if you do a really good job taking care of them, you're gonna have them for 10 years or more. So like I said, Wicked here is around 8. She's pretty healthy. We're pretty sure she's gonna be here for a couple years longer, but people get the animals, they think they're super, super cute when they're babies, but then they realize they get big. Sometimes they're not the happiest. Sometimes they wanna be left alone. You can't just pull them out and play with them like your cat and dog all the time. And they need special lighting, lots of requirements, and they need a house, they need to have fun just like your cats and dogs. You're not necessarily gonna play ball with them or play chase with them, but they still need enrichment and some stimulation. And because of how long they live and how much care they need, once people get past the baby stage and the cute stage of them, they tend to either release them in the wild or drop them off somewhere, and you definitely do not want to release them into the wild because that's how we get invasive species. Luckily, the bearded dragons aren't invasive or anything to Florida, but we don't want them to be, so if you ever get a pet and you don't want to take care of it anymore, make sure you don't release it into the wild. You can find lots of shelters and rescues that'll take these animals. Yeah. We even have an amnesty day where you can drop off even a tiger, and it's not going to be against the law. You can go, no questions asked, so always remember that, and make sure when you get a reptile, you definitely have a plan for it. So I think that's it with Wicked. I'm going to let you guys see her one more time, and let's make sure we say goodbye to her. Come on, Wicked. Say bye, Wicked. And if you guys have any questions at all, we'll be sure to answer them after the live, so make sure to just drop them in the comments. And one more thing, guys, we appreciate all your continued support throughout all of this. We do ask if you can go to our website at theimag.org, and definitely if you can, give us a donation because we are here every day still feeding all of our animals. If you can't, definitely feel free to share and like our videos just so that can get some more attention. And we appreciate everything you guys are doing for us, and we hope you stay safe throughout all of this.